Hey, you listen to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0 and ArrowFM in the Wire Rapper. As always, I'm Grady, and live on Skype we got Josh.
Yo.
So we're gonna hit Backlash. We're gonna look a little bit about Raw and SmackDown and Money in the Bank implications, but our main bit is gonna be this Backlash, and we're gonna have to start it off with the pre-show match. 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Ruby Riott defeats Bayley.
Yeah, it was it was a fun little match. It continues the long storyline between Sasha and Bailey.
Yeah, it appears as though the storyline has appeared mostly on pre-shows. Um, it's starting to drag out, and that's a little disappointing. You know, you had the perfect storyline there, you had the perfect way to do it, and then it's just not this pay-per-view, and not this pay-per-view, and not this one, and not this one, and not this one, and not this one. It's just so many. When are we going to see them finally pull the trigger and have Sasha versus Bayley one-on-one? Blood feud. Let's end this.
I figure Money in the Bank because I don't think either one of them will qualify for the ladder match.
That's being a bit optimistic. Maybe they both qualify and end up continuing their feud.
Sasha already failed. Remember?
Is this the first time that people are given second chances? I feel like a lot of people get second chances. I don't know. We'll see. If they're not, please just get it over with now. I don't want to keep dragging it out. But on the card, we're starting off with, I think we both agree on match of the night. Seth Rollins successfully defends his Intercontinental Championship against The Miz.
Amazing match. Amazing match.
It's hard, right? If a match is really bad, there's a lot to talk about. If a match is really good, there's not much you can say. It was a good match. These two have great chemistry. They tore the house down. It was an amazing opening to the pay-per-view. Uh, Best match on the card. Full stop. Seth retained. He had to retain. It was never going to switch to SmackDown. And I look forward to seeing what the hell Seth's going to do as the main champion of Raw from here on out. For now.
Yeah. Yeah. It appears he, at least on Raw, he started doing the open challenge thing. So we'll have to see if that continues. But he had a good match with Mojo.
No, it was pretty much anything that is getting the title featured. You know, The Miz loves to say that he won it, he brought it into the prestige, he got it to be important. As long as that continues, I'm fine with whatever they do. Next match, Nia Jax kills Alexa Bliss and sends her to the local medical facility.
Which apparently was apparently a faked injury.
I feel like we often flip flop so much with internet rumors on whether things are real, fake, or God knows what.
But yeah, it accomplished what it needed to do. And I thought it was a decent match. It was never going to be a great match, but I thought it was decent. And I'm always impressed by the amount of balance that Nia Jax has for her size when she was climbing the ropes while trying to carrying Alexa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do wonder because obviously, you know, we say this was never going to be a great match. 5 seconds shorter than their last match. That's not really important, but is there any combinations that you can see out there with Nia Jax as champion where the match is going to be great?
You never know.
I honestly could have said the exact same thing about
I know in
Bliss.
NXT, her and Bayley had some great matches. But I think it's just depended on who's in the ring with Nia. Alexa, as much as we love her, she's a great heel. She's not particularly that well in the ring.
No, that's why I said I could have said the same thing about Alexa Bliss's reign, and she surprised me quite a few times with being able to put on some pretty good matches with people. So I look forward to seeing if Nia can surprise me in the same way. I think the thing with someone who's not necessarily 1010% in the ring is that you always go in with like low expectations of their match. You go in, it's going to be a match. It'll be good. We'll see what happens. And then when they hit it out of the park, they really hit it out of the park because you're not expecting it. Comparing it to an AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura match where they fly under the bar, you just look at it as a bit of a disappointment. I feel like anything that's a great match is just instantly amazing when you don't expect it to be so. So I look forward to being surprised by some upcoming Nia matches. Next up, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, US title.
It was a good match.
Jinder
That's
didn't go
about all
flying
you
on
should.
his back this time.
Yeah. Although they did mess up the wind whisper the wind spot again.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, do we blame Jeff?
I think this one is closer to being one of the both are false but yeah, Jeff is definitely, I think, jumping a little too soon when he gets up there, and it's causing issues for the other person. This time, at least, the guy was in the area that needed to be in when he jumped, but but Orton was still just barely getting standing up when Jeff's feet hit him in the face.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's something that obviously it's happened twice now, right?
Yeah.
Someone's going to look at that and go, we got to figure this out. I doubt we see it a third time. Something's going to be fixed before then. And if that fix is Jeff waiting longer, if that fix is the opponent knowing 100% that they can't like stay down on the ground for half a millisecond, they got to get straight back up. So be it. I don't expect that spot to be botched again. Fingers crossed. Where does the Elias segment come in? I don't have that on my list. We'll talk about the next match while I look that up. Daniel Bryan, Big Cass, submission finish about 8 minutes in.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was it's about what you expected. I wasn't expecting the clean finish, but as far as the match went, it was about what you would expect. But it furthered the storyline. Big Cass goes bananas after the match.
Yeah, the feud is 100% continuing. If the aftermatch and SmackDown didn't give that away, yeah, Big Cass. I don't know, right? You always try to compare people to the past, and you're like, okay, well, this guy's the next Big Show, this guy's the next Kane. I struggle to see that with Cass. I'm quite disappointed by his recent in-ring, and I know he's just come back from injury, but I don't know. I'm gonna cross my fingers that when Big Cass gets in the ring with people who are not Daniel Bryan, that he can still hold good matches, but I have a very low number of faith in him. I think the thing he had going for him is that he had Enzo, and he doesn't have that now. So let's see if he sinks or swims. I felt harsh there. I felt really harsh. So let's lighten the mood back up with an Elias segment.
Which actually occurred before the last match.
I know, I just realized that when I went back and looked at it.
But yeah, the Elias segment was gold. Pure gold.
Yeah. It was perfect for it got. How many people did it involve? 10 odd people.
It involved the New Day, RUSEV in English, No Way Jose and all of its conga line, which also included Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, and Dana Brooke, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, and then Bobby Roode.
That's about 15 odd people, wrestlers. Yeah, it was good all round. It got that many people extra on the card who were not booked in a wrestling match. And when you're cross-branded like this and everybody's shuffling for time, it is gonna be harsh. So we'll have to wait and see in the future if we're gonna continue to do segments like this. I love the segment. I have no qualms with it. I don't know if it was a televised clip. I'm trying to skim really quickly and I can't seem to find it. It might have been a house show. But I'm seeing the Ascension dancing in No Way Jose's conga line. And I'm wondering if No Way Jose's conga line now just contains tag teams. It just sucks them in.
Who knows? Maybe they are very rosebuddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see what they do with them. That's pretty much all I can just sort of sit there, hug to myself, and be like, maybe this time they don't Adam Rose him. He can keep it going. And if it's getting Breezango and the Ascension at least something to do, it's not like they were being serious competitors. They went, sure, Breezango won their first match back, but it was still, they highly comedic wrestlers. So it's not like, they're losing credibility by doing something fun. What do we got next? We got the Carmella Charlotte Flair match. Carmella won.
Yeah, and fairly cleanly too.
Yeah.
Though Charlotte got injured during the match, so it kind of protected Charlotte.
What injury are they trying to play it off as?
A knee injury.
Okay. Okay. Yep, Charlotte injured her knee in the middle of that match. Eh, I'll let it go. I highly doubt if it is the reason that's currently floating around that would ever be acknowledged. So go for it. Although Charlotte's got no rest for the wicked and has found her way into the women's Money in the Bank ladder match as well. So she's still going, even taking out Peyton Royce. God damn it. The other woman in that match already is Ember Moon, uh, who is my early pick to win.
I definitely want to see who else makes it in the match before I decide on who's going to be my favorite for that side. But I already have a favorite on the men's side, and I think it'll surprise no one.
Okay, we'll get there. Yeah, we'll talk about one more match and then we'll mention that. So, Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, and the women's. At the moment, Ember. We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. Uh, song? Yeah, we'll play song. We'll play song just to stretch it out even further. We'll play a song. It's the official theme for Backlash. It is the song Champion by Barnes Courtney. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM and ArrowFM. Grady and Josh. We left off in Backlash. We're going straight on back to it. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, no contest during their no DQ match because they kicked each other in the balls.
That was funny. Yeah, it's I commented during the match. Vasectomy for you. Vasectomy for you. Vasectomy for everybody in this ring right now.
I love how last week when we were previewing this, we were like, why just call it a no DQ match? It's clearly a no holds barred. It's clearly this match type. Well, it turns out you can still have a no contest, huh?
Yeah. That was why they just went with no disqualification. I think at Money in the Bank, because we're going to get another match.
Of course.
Let's give them a 30-minute Iron Man match.
And you're crossing your fingers third time lucky?
Yeah, and then I think there has to be a winner and sudden, if necessary, sudden death overtime.
Yeah. This is clear to me at least. I don't think these matches that AJ and Shinsuke are putting on are bad.
Yeah.
But as I was mentioning with the Nia Jax one, I feel like the expectation for these two superstars was that they were meant to put on a barn burner. They were meant to blow the roof off the place. And they haven't twice. But they're both build matches.
And that's why I say let's go all out with the 30-minute Iron Man match, because somebody said, why not just go with an hour? And I'm like, they don't do an hour anymore.
Yeah.
They haven't since 2009.
Oh, sorry. They've already had 3 matches. I misspoke. Double checking. Can confirm. WrestleMania
Only one
greatest
ended in an
match.
actual outcome, though.
Yeah. So this will be the fourth, and probably end to the feud. Probably, please. In a match ending that surprises nobody, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley defeat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
The only surprising part is the arguments between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I don't know what's up with these two. They're like best friends, but then they hate each other, and then it's really just a contest of who can stab the other one in the back faster.
Yeah. I actually think Kevin Owens is going to be turning face
Okay.
in this. I think Sami's going to turn heel because Sami asked for help during his match on Raw and didn't get any, and then proceeded to take the fall.
I don't know. I feel like Sami, coming into it, everyone was like, no, Sami's a perpetual face. I could never see him as a villain. And then he does this stuff with Kevin. You're like, he's a pretty damn good villain too. Maybe he's just a damn good character actor. And then you're like, oh, maybe he could pull it off on his own. I think he could. I think the harder piece would be getting Kevin Owens to be a face. I think out of the two, unless
I don't really think it's that hard, actually.
Okay.
Because Kevin's pretty well liked for the most part. He wouldn't have to change much, to be honest.
Not to the smart crowd members, but I don't know. I feel like he's just very hated at the moment. There's got to be a couple acts that just turn him. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But with this match, we can now discuss the Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Championship match contract. Now, I'm going to quickly skim here, and I'm going to say that Braun Strowman defeats Kevin Owens. No surprise, right?
None. And Braun is my favorite for the men's side.
That was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And then we had...
The only other person that I would go, alright, I'm alright with him winning, is Miz.
Okay.
But I think it's Braun's time.
Cool. And then as the main event, we had Finn Balor defeating Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns to capture the second spot.
Yep, and I called it, and nobody wanted to listen because everybody thought, oh, it's Roman's in the match. He's obviously going to win. And I'm like, you've all fallen for a trap, my friends.
Yep. Because who was there to stop Roman?
Jinder.
Our old buddy Jinder. Who still gets cheered over Roman. God damn it. But yeah, it evened out that match. Finn, I don't know what's going to happen in terms of the other competitors. Bobby Lashley is too busy growing up with sisters and trying to garner sympathy. So I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, that was an interesting little vignette they did for him. They can't really promote his WWE career because they can't risk alienating their fan base because of politics.
Yep. Yeah, they're kind of...
The only thing of note he ever did was the Trump stuff.
Yeah. There's the Battle of the Billionaires with Trump, and then there was TNA. And neither of those are really touchable right now.
Yep.
Didn't he ever run as ECW champion?
He did have a run, but that was also involved with the Vince storyline.
Damn. Yeah, he screwed. He was 2-time ECW champion and 1-time US champion. Is the US clean? I feel like the US might be clean.
Yeah, they referenced it during the promo, but it's still hard to do anything because of the limitations they have on him.
Yeah, I get you. I just clicked the archive link about Bobby with the US title, and they got like Zack Ryder looking at a video of Ashton Kutcher. It was during the Raw guest general manager period. I'm running away. I don't want to relive that period. SmackDown, The Miz defeats Jeff Hardy to get into the match.
And Daniel Bryan must be fuming right now. I love that they're keeping them apart. Well, we all know it's going to come.
Yep.
But the build to it will be great. It's part of the reason why I'm alright with Miz winning his second Money in the Bank match. Is because it would be played into the storyline perfectly. And The Miz really does deserve a WWE Championship run at some point this year.
I'd cross my fingers for it. I've always loved The Miz.
But Braun's just like, if he wins the match, he can basically say, I'm champion anytime he wants it. And then nobody's going to disagree with it.
Except maybe Brock. It's got to be post-Brock, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just look forward to post-Brock already. We just assume we're already there. And then the final competitor, to the surprise of nobody, RUSEV defeats Daniel Bryan.
Probably, I haven't really watched it, but I believe it's probably because of Big Cass.
Yep.
It's like, all right, you Smarks want Rusev to win a match? All right, he beats Daniel Bryan.
I struggle here. My heart really wants Rusev to win. But my heart also wants The Miz to win because he deserves it. But my head knows Braun Strowman's gonna win. I'm torn.
Although it will be comical trying to see Braun climb a ladder.
I wouldn't. At the moment, I don't think I'd be disappointed with any of the 4 entrants winning.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if you believe it, we were actually talking about Backlash, so let's rewind this all back up, because we still got a main event to talk about. Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe.
I thought it was a great match, but as usual, the crowd tried to ruin it.
I'm gonna correct your sentence there. The crowd ruined it. They didn't try to do poop. They ruined it. It's very hard to, honestly, you could have 2 Daniel Bryans out there, and if the crowd is acting like they did, it's real hard to enjoy the match. It's just a fact of the live crowd. I honestly don't know why they did. Sure, it's Roman. We all hate Roman. Oh no. But the match itself, it was a 20-minute match. You got to have the slow build up, and then you have to. It's how matches go. There's a crescendo. Yep. Much more, and I'll just be ranting about the crowd, chanting stupid shit, thinking it's boring, walking out before the end. I'm over it. I get that that's people voicing their opinion, but you don't have to ruin it for everybody else. Here's my analogy. Buckle in. If I walk into an 8-year-old's birthday party, and he's got banana cake, and I hate banana cake, for no reason other than I hate banana cake. If I run over there and smash my fist into this 8-year-old's birthday cake because I hate banana cake and ruin it for everybody else, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Don't do that as a wrestling fan. My analogy's over. I'm hungry. I want some cake.
I've got some in my fridge.
Sadly, you can't mail cake over the internet to me.
No. After all, it was my birthday.
Don't we normally play a special song on your birthday show?
I decided to go with theme for the week.
Okay. We'll save it for next year. These things do only roll around once a year. Oh man. But yeah, that was Backlash. Money in the Bank. We got the 2 ladder matches. There's been, I believe, a misquoted person making everybody believe that there's going to be a 3rd Money in the Bank for the tag teams. I don't expect it.
Yeah, but I kind of actually do.
Okay.
There were a whole bunch of promos by tag teams during these shows saying they were going to win Money in the Bank.
Okay.
So I think that's hints towards a 3rd ladder match.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, the Ascension had probably their best promo to date in that.
The Ascension are just great. Oh, you heard it here first, guys. Give me a sec. Nope, disappointing. I edited the URL. I thought I was onto something. I wasn't. I got Tom fooled. They have smart URL redirection. I wouldn't be disappointed for a tag team Money in the Bank. I think there is so much chance for chaos, and chaos is always great. But I'm not sitting here saying there is 100% going to be one and it's going to be great. I will be happy if it does. I'm not expecting it. That way I can't be disappointed. Well, we're at time. So it's been great talking to you.
BB.
And you can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/wrestling radio, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/wrestling radio. See you next week.